Hello and welcome to Serial Render Strategies. My name is Verena Tatiana. I'm a freelance designer and I'll be guiding you through this course. Before we get to the actual course, there are a few guidelines we need to go over. First is about the scene that we're going to use. If you have access to the project files, you should have access to the scene we are going to use in the clips. It is a scene that I modeled myself. But you're more than welcome to use your own scenes. Just make sure that this scene is an exterior scene. Also, if you're using your own scene, please pay attention to the scale. The scale is very important because if the scale is not right, the light won't behave properly. So please pay attention to that. Also, you're going to notice that in all my cursors, we always set up the lighting first. The reason for that is that we can see any problems with the light before we have any other distractions, and it's a good practice to the eye too. Also, we're going to use a few HDR images. If you have access to the project file, I'll make sure that you have a few links where you can download free HDR images. But if you don't have access, don't worry. Just Google free HDR images and you should be good to go. Also, we'll be using IES files in this course, which are files that contain lighting information for us. If you never used IES files before, you're going to see that there are a lot of resources online, and it's kind of confusing to find out which ones are good for you and which ones aren't. Because of that, I strongly suggest you to download and install the IES Viewer, which is a free software that enables you to see each file individually before you have to plug them into your render. Okay, so now that we've got this clear, let's go ahead and take our first glance at our scene. So this is the scene that we're about to develop, and as you can see, this is a late afternoon render, which is really common when we're doing exterior renders because we have additional light for us to see the architecture, but don't have enough light in order for us to not see the artificial lights turned on. So this is a very common practice and it's a very good looking end result. Also, you're going to notice that we have a great number of light sources in this scene. So that means that our render is going to be much slower than any other kind of render because we have many additional rays to be calculated. So pay attention to that. Also, we have two lead object strategies that we'll go over in this course. The first one we're going to do in this module, and in the next module, we're going to cover the second strategy. The reason why I'm showing you both strategies is because both are really good, and you can choose which one works best for you. Okay, so now that we've got this clear, let's go ahead and jump into our next clip.